Good morning, everybody. This is Lindsey Huddleston back in the building for another SPS Monday Motivation Memorial Day edition. Happy Memorial Day to all of those who have served. The true meaning of Memorial Day is recognizing those who have lost their lives in service to America. And I know, especially for the conscious community that I'm connected to, that can be a very, almost to say, a controversial statement. Here we are in America, African Americans, minorities, even people of that part of the majority community having all these different thoughts about what's happening in America. Right now, there are not many things that we can be quote unquote proud of as it relates to the tragedies we've been seeing constantly over and over again. But even with that, I want to stay with my message that was on my heart to share with you guys, and that is run your own race. That's right. That's what I want to talk about today, running your own race as it relates to living your life and the things you do. Run your own race. Now, when you hear that statement, immediately you think about athletics, sports, a marathon, or whatever it may be. But I just have to say, and who could this be? Right on time. Let me guess. It is Michelle Mimi Watkins who gets the award. Michelle, I'm right in your wheelhouse today talking about running your own race. And you know so well as a decorated track veteran and great coach of the future of track stars. And, of course, Kyra Jefferson, amazing young lady that you have raised along with Orlando Watkins is doing so many great things. But when you talk about the term run your own race, Michelle, I know you're familiar, but I'll go and add that when you look that up, what does it mean to run your own race? What does it mean? In my research, looking at the terminology, it means disregarding those who question your pursuits. Uh-oh. Supposed to be a nice holiday weekend, time with family and friends, and here I am talking about disregarding individuals who question your pursuits. And let's define the pursuit of something. In order to achieve. Your pursuit is in order to achieve. I was reading an article in Psychology Today, and it was talking about, mothers who were doing so much and their ability to get so much done. Mothers are amazing. I'm talking to an amazing mother right now, Michelle Mimi Watkins, my mother, Patricia England, her mother, Madeline Bryan, who's over my shoulder in memoriam, and I can just go on and on. Mothers are amazing, no doubt. Props to you all the time. And in that article, it talked about being able to handle things. And one of the young ladies made the comment, when you make things more manageable and meet every goal you set down, you start to think of yourself as someone who always keeps the promises to herself and her kids. So basically, you're saying to yourself, hey, I said this is what I was going to do. I'm doing the things necessary to do it. Hey, I'm a great person because I did what I said I was going to do. My daughter, I must say, it's probably not a promise I can't keep. I make sure not to overpromise things. Like when she started saying, hey, Daddy, I want a horse, I say, hold on. Whoa, let's go horseback riding. I say that to say is that we all want to be able to provide and do things, but you still have to run your own race. Also, another part of running your own race that becomes challenge, when there's something you want to do that you're connected to, is do not subconsciously undermine yourself. Oh, we do it all the time. Oh, language is so important. So many things that we say and have a great idea, and immediately we begin to talk ourselves out of it. We let other people talk us out of it. There's all these negative things of why you can't do something, why it won't work for you. And you have to realize that is not it. Now, what brought me to this topic is I was very fortunate to be able to get news that the Community Foundation of the Greater Regional Community Foundation in the Lansing area is providing me a grant to be able to go do some work to help some of our young people. And this is one of the images you may have seen if you saw the notification of me talking about it. And it's great because basically I'm getting the resources to be able to do what I've been doing for a long time, going out interviewing these young people, especially in these unique days and times, to be able to get their feedback and their thoughts about how to overcome issues that affect their mental toughness and their mental health. And it's a great, great thing. Through the NBA in there. I was watching the Celtics go on. See my brother, Aaron Mays. Good morning, brother. Talking about running your own race. It's good to see this brother right here because we've had our conversations, and what we have to realize is that we all tune in to a form of media, whether it's social media, mainstream media, whatever it may be. And it's very easy for us to get a mindset that something has to be done going forward. You say you see another book coming? Okay, that sounds about right. We work on a PhD, work on a book. We're going to get some more things going. We put the name Dr. Lindsey William Huddleston II on the front, PhD. Always got my back. I appreciate that. Well, here's where we are. It's so easy to get caught up. And I look at, from whence I came with the growth of SPS as an example. Just give you an example from my life that can be related to your life and whatever you have going on, whether it's growth of a relationship, growth of a business opportunity, your growth personally. And it's so easy that when you have something you're trying to do and accomplish, that you can get taken down the wrong road, or because of other people's success, you have a comparison to yourself. That's probably not it. What did I say a second ago? Undermining your game plan. You put a game plan in order and you second guess it, you question it because you don't get the feedback and the support you want. But again, going back to today's title of what you need to do, you need to run your own race. Michelle knows about that. You talk about preparing for a race, you have to have your own game plan. What's going to work for you that's connected to your own individual situation. You can't run the same race as the person in the lane to the left or to the right of you because they have other scenarios that are important to them to find success. So you have to do your research and believe in your game plan. And again, going back to some of the original comments that was made, the original statement that was made early on, what is a pursuit? It means disregarding those who question your pursuits. Disregarding those. What does that mean to disregard? That means to say, I am not going to focus on what you're saying. I've done my due diligence, which is important. I believe in what I'm doing. And people like the Lindsey Huddlestons and the SPS of the world remind me. They say things to me that hit that frequency in my brain that remind me I can do this by running my own race. You have to realize that for you to duplicate anybody is not doing anybody any favors. We don't need another version of anybody else in this world. We need the most original version of you that takes all of your collective life experiences, the ups and the downs. We can't just post a perfect selfie. We got to, take in all those experiences that got us to this point. I want to give credit to my guy, Vernon Richards. He always said, Lindsey, you love to turn over every stone. That's just been my process to logically get to the outcome I need to get to. And I want to say that to you guys. I want to share that to you on this day as you may have the time. I got my brother Aaron saying, I think the hardest part is making adjustments to the game plan as needed. Yeah, you're right. But even harder, having confidence in the adjustment. If you're saying that we're saying the same thing. You talk about basketball. Every time at halftime, what do coaches say? In football, every time at halftime, what do they say? You got to make the adjustments. And I agree. But the adjustments, you can make sense of the adjustments. Sometimes we get ourselves so far out there, we're scared to make the adjustment. That's why you got to run your own race. See, another thing, too, you can't go into the game without a game plan. You can't go into the game and say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to play and we're going to see what's happening. I'm just going to go and try to get this new role and let's just see. You have to have a game plan that does some research, some background. So when it's time, as Aaron says, to make that adjustment, we want to lessen the challenge. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be perfect, it's going to be seamless. But boy, I tell you want to better say, look, I see what's going on right here. I need to make this type of change. But the idea of running your own race is believing that what you set out to do and the time you put into preparing yourself to find success is valid. Again, we have to disregard those who don't believe in your pursuits. Whether somebody did it or they haven't done it, it does not have anything to do with you. I've heard this term so many times. It makes so much sense. That your opinion of me has nothing to do with me. Your opinion of me has nothing to do with me. And I'll tell you, myself, having a quasi-public life where I share so many things on social media for the benefit of others, I always think sometimes, I do think before I post. I don't just put it out there, but I'm grateful that I'm able to do it with a sense of strategy as compared to a sense of being, cowardly. Strategy over cowardness. And I'm not saying that to say, because you won't post something, you're a coward, but I have to believe in myself. This is what I'm focused on. This is what I'm willing to do. And I only can speak on myself right now. But I just want to tell you guys on this Memorial Day holiday that you have this time to reflect that you need to run your own race, whether it's in a relationship, that relationship at your job, that relationship for your business, that relationship for what you need to do. Because if the outcome needs to be, we need your experiences to come to the table. We need what you've done, what you've seen, what you've experienced to be what can give us more insight. So when adjustment has to be made, it's made with all these great experiences that you have. You can say, I know because I know. That's what my godfather, Mr. Ernest McCoy from Henry Ford would tell me. I know because I experienced that. and you want to run your own race. Well, I'm hitting 10 minutes. I'm glad I had a chance to get up and talk to you guys today. Hope you can enjoy this time off if you have time off. Have a great attitude about life. If we're able to be here and share and say hello and communicate in this digital world and see each other face to face, let's be appreciative, because I'm still reminded of the time when we couldn't move, couldn't go anywhere. And be mindful too. COVID is still a part of our lives. It's still real. It's still happening. So be mindful and just be appreciative of what you have. So with that being said, get out there and run your own race, whether you're physically running, whether you're mentally running, or whatever it may be. But run your own race, because we need to see you at the finish line for all of your life experiences and not that of anyone else. So go ahead and have a great day. Have a great week. Have a great month. Have a great year. Have a great life. Lindsay Hustle SPS. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.